At this stage of the investigation here in San Bernardino, another aspect of the aftermath of the shooting is what kind of reaction Muslim Americans are experiencing in the wake of the attack. Ahsan Khan is the president of a mosque in nearby Chino, California, and he is here live with me. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for having me.
A tragic time for this
Yes.
state, for this country. But what has the reaction been like within your mosque?
You know, obviously, like with everybody in this community, when the news came down, we were shocked, saddened, because the loss of life was in our own neighborhood. It really hit home both literally and figuratively. And so our community, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, we have a mosque in San Bernardino. It's been there for over 25 years. And so our first duty was to reach out to the victims' families. And what we felt the best way to do that would be to offer a prayer vigil. And we were able to invite members of the community to join us in this prayer vigil so we can offer a prayer for the victims and for their families. And that, as Muslims, is our primary duty, to pray to God in such difficult times.
When I spoke yesterday with the sister of one of the shooters, she said that she was fearful and she was concerned not just for herself, but a backlash within the Muslim community. Have you seen any of that? No.
We have not. You know, when this happened, I had a conversation with my family first, my wife and my children, and I told them that our identity is Muslims and our identity is Americans. And we're very grateful that we live in a country where we have freedom to express our religion. And we've been very fortunate that we've grown up in a community that's been very tolerant. Our neighbors at our mosque in Chino, California, the law enforcement, they've been very supportive from the very beginning. I haven't personally felt any backlash. I know it's out there.
Well, let me ask you about that, because how do you address that? Because you're hearing the political discourse out there,
Yes.
you're hearing, you know, the fear that many
Yes.
Americans are feeling. So how do you as a community, both locally and across
Yes.
the country, address that?
That's a very good question, Chris. You know, as Ahmadiyya Muslims, Muslims who believe in the Messiah, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, we follow our leader, His Holiness Mirza Masroor Ahmad, who on a weekly basis gives us guidance. And his guidance has always been discourse, talking to our community, opening the doors of your mosque, inviting people to the mosque to talk about the true Islam. So we feel the best way to reach out to the community is to educate them at this time, offer comfort, but at the same time welcome them into our mosques. His Holiness has visited our mosque. He visited Los Angeles, and he basically gave a discourse on how to establish peace in the world. And that's basically the message that we're following, is how do we reach out to our neighbors, invite them with open arms into our mosque to have a dialogue, to have an open discussion. I think if we all have an open discussion, then the true teachings of Islam, which is a message of peace, will be out there. And especially at a time like this, when such a heinous crime was committed by these people who have defaced such a beautiful religion, this is the time for Muslims, Ahmadi Muslims, all Muslims in the world, to decry what has happened and open the doors of our mosque. That's the only way to establish peace and move forward.
Ahsan Khan, thank you so much for coming out on a cold morning.
I appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you.